Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mike with Mal Collectibles, and today we're going to be taking a look at the King Skull Valdezz 1/6 scale model kit, sculpted by Narin, and this one is painted by Golf Studios. Um, if you guys remember, or if any of you guys have seen, I did a video on this model kit a while ago of the unpainted version, just talking about the kit. The statue itself and the sculpt. So today I'm going to focus a little bit more on the paint job. But again, it's 1/6 scale, sculpted by Narin. I had this kit for a few years, and it was built and just unpainted for a while. And I finally just decided to pull the trigger. I'm a huge fan of Golf Studios, and I've seen a lot of their work before, and I just figured, you know what, this is one of my favorite Narin pieces that I have, and it's worth it to get this painted by them if they were available. Luckily for me, they were. It took a little bit. Golf Studios, if you guys don't know, is in Thailand, so the kit got caught in customs for a while. There's a little bit of that stuff that delayed it, but as far as the painting process and everything, you know, when he finally got it and got it back to me, it was pretty quick. So for this level of detail, and I don't know if it's just one guy. I'm not sure if there's a bunch of guys over there. I think that, you know, I've talked to him on messages and stuff, but I think the language barrier makes it a little tricky. You know, I don't want to be asking the guy 50 questions about everything all the time. So, like I said, as far as I know, it's just one guy, but the amount of work he puts out and the speed, because I have a life-size wolf predator bust that he painted, and I mean, I think he had it done in like 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. I can't remember, but the speed that he paints made me think, I don't know, maybe it's more than one guy. I'm honestly, I'm not sure. So if any of you guys have dealt with him before, you have any more information, I would be interested to know. But anyway, so it you know, it was a little bit of a process because of the shipping and the customs, but like I said, that on their end, they move pretty quick, and the level of paint, to me, is unbelievable. I could see, you know, you follow them on the internet and stuff, and you see the amount of work that they put out, or he puts out, and the quality of all of it is unbelievable. I love seeing their new stuff when they put it out. So like I said, anyways, when this one had been built and had been sitting there for a while on my shelf, and it's such a cool statue. I'm like, you know, I was always a little bit nervous to start it myself, not wanting to screw it up, and I just one day made a decision, like, hey, I'm gonna see if they're available. I'm gonna take a shot and see, and luckily, like I said, they were. So really happy with the way it turned out. I didn't tell him anything or ask him anything for the paint job as far as a color scheme or anything like that. This is 100% his you know, his take or whatever. I know he's done other ones and they're different. He obviously doesn't do them all the same. So everything on here paint wise is him. So, and like I said, I'm really happy with how it turned out. A really cool thing that he did, and I think I've seen that he's done now at least for a couple other ones. I'm not sure if he was always doing it, but with the wolf bust, I asked him if he could take some pictures of the process, you know, kind of the steps, because I'm a painter myself and I'm trying to learn, and I thought it would help me a lot to see kind of his process. And so I asked him to do that again, and of course he said no problem, which is really cool, because, you know, some people probably wouldn't like that, but I was really happy he did. And he even took it a step further, and he sent me videos of them. So he sent me a bunch of short, maybe 30-second videos of different stages of how he was painting this. So it was pretty cool to be able to see it as it was coming along, and then also as just you know, a painter myself, to be able to learn, to see, oh shit, like he's doing this. I'll tell you, the technique for that he uses for skin, and I'll get some more close-ups here in a minute, but man, was it cool, and it's something I never would have thought by looking at it. You know, sometimes you look at stuff and you try to kind of reverse engineer it, and I wonder how, I bet he did it this way, or I wonder how they did that, and you start guessing and you think, oh, it's probably this, it's probably that, and I would have never guessed and how he did this just by looking at the final result. So it was really cool of him to do that, and it's awesome. You know, it's just awesome to see and really great to learn. I'm looking forward to trying some of that stuff on some models that I have. But anyways, I'll get into the actual piece here. So we'll start down at the base. I'll get some close-ups. Again, I spoke about this more in the first video, but the sculpt is just unbelievable. The huge skull base of, you know, you got humans in there, you got like alligator or crocodile on the one side. Really cool concept, fits the Predator unbelievably. Narin, I mean, he's done it over and over again, but not the, I don't mean the skull base, I just mean he's knocked it out of the park with his, he really knows the Predators and how they work, what works best with them, and just by the base, really adding to the Predator design. So he's as good as it gets, in my opinion, for the sculptures. And again, this one, I've said it before, but I mean, this is one of my favorites. Maybe my favorite that he's done. He's done some crazy ones, but it's an original design and it's awesome. So again, here you get the kind of the shin guards on the leg. You got some cloth, and then it's wrapped around ropes to the guard itself, and you can see it's like bone and metal. And what I was interested to see how Golf Studio will paint it, because it is, I remember looking at just the sculpt, and you can kind of interpret it how you want. There is a mixture of bone and metal. You see, of course, the skulls, and then he's got like the metal armor. But the shins and the wrists, and the axe too, you can kind of interpret it how you want, and I really love what he did with it. And then, you know, adding the blood takes it a little bit to another level too. But I really love the axe. Again, it's one of the coolest things about the Predators, and you see it's like it's got the metal parts on the handle, and it's like kind of futuristic looking in a way, but then the blade is like stone or maybe bone carved out, so it's like just a really cool combination of like old and new, or like futuristic and old school, that I love. That is one of the things that's so cool about the Predators, and this one in particular is a great example of that. But here's more of the wrist armor, and then get around to the back. He's got some beads, and like you see like the bone coming around for the belt to hold it up. The paint detail all over just is unbelievable. And like I said, with the videos that he sent me, a huge amount of this is all airbrushed. And I mean, the control that he has is, I couldn't believe what he was doing, some of the stuff he was doing with it in the videos. It really kind of blew my mind. See down here, I really like this piece too on the, you see like the metal, it's kind of aged looking metal, stained, and it's like there's oil and whatnot on it. And then on the back side is, again, the bone cover with some of the blood. But yeah, you can see, and the camera sees it a little bit, but not as well as it is in person. but there is so many layers and like depth in this skin that is really pretty cool. And it's I've tried it before in painting, and I mean, I'm no expert or anything. I'm not trying to compare myself to them, but I mean, it's really hard, at least for me, to get that. I mean, he has it all over this guy, and it's so cool. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And another thing I really like how he does is the dreadlocks. I mean, these have to be an absolute bitch to do so many of them. And like I said, a huge, I think, I mean, I didn't see every single minute of everything he was painting, obviously, but everything I saw with the dreadlock, this is all airbrushed. He did this technique with on the skin with the airbrush where it's like he thinned out the paint. Like, here's a good spot of it. You see like this kind of circular patterns, I guess you would say, in there. And he got real close with the airbrush and was just spraying it and like spraying these little like octagon honeycomb type patterns in there. And I mean, they were just so small and he was just knocking them out so quick. I could not believe the control that must take. And I mean, I know he must have been painting for a long time, because I've seen a lot of his work, and it still blew my mind. So again, just really cool stuff to see if you have any kind of interest in painting, or even if you're not a painter yourself, just, you know, just to see how much work actually goes into these things is really cool. So here's the necklace, and again, I love the head sculpt on this one is so cool. I love that he added the predator blood. You know, you got the red, more human type blood. It's stained on the base, so you don't know. It's kind of left open of what exactly is going on, who exactly he was fighting and whatnot. But I love that the predator's bloodied up too. You can see and hear the mouth. I mean, he got the veins and everything, as you would expect. And I actually I checked with him before I sent it, because I forgot that I had put the mandibles in, because I built the kit intending to paint it myself, and I had attached them permanently. And then when I was getting ready to pack it up to send it to him, I said, oh shit, I better check with him to make sure it's all right. Now this one the mouth is wide open, so they're not really in the way, but he's oh, no problem, he can get in there. And you see an awesome job that he did. It didn't hinder him at all, which I'm glad. They can just see the layers and the detail on there. And again, just an absolute knockout of a piece. For me, if I could, you know, Narin Sculpting and Gulf Studio is my favorite paint. I mean, this is the dream team for me for Predator. So I'm thrilled to have this. Like I said, I took a bit of a gamble with the first time, because it's like, you're shipping it to Thailand. It's someone I had never done business with. You know, you just got to kind of trust each other, and then the shipping, hoping everything gets there safe, and it just worked out great. And it didn't work out. It's because they did such an awesome job. And the other thing I'll say, if you're interested in looking them up, or you thought about having a piece, this thing was packed extremely well. So was my wolf bust. This is not it's not a dude in his garage who wraps it in newspaper or something and just, they take care of it. It's professionally done, packed, safe. So another sign of just really high quality, that they take care of it, because I'm sure, you know, he knows how much work went into it. They don't want anything happening. But again, it's just another thing that you never know with people until you see it. You got to kind of take a little bit of a gamble, and this one paid off big time for me, both pieces. So just an incredible painter, and like I said, just everything I can say dealing with them was great. I have no complaints, that's for sure. So again, guys, just a great piece. I did another video of it earlier on my channel. If anyone wants to see it, just the piece unpainted, and you can kind of compare them. Another thing I did want to bring up with the recent the trailer for the Predator Badlands movie that's coming up. Trailer was released a few weeks ago, and I know there's been a lot of like kind of controversy about the design of the face. I'm not a huge fan of it myself. I think because it's the Predator's the protagonist in the movie, everyone's saying like they're trying to kind of humanize it, make him more human looking. I mean, it doesn't look like a human, but it's definitely going in that direction from a Predator. And I would just look at that. I mean, this thing doesn't look human. It looks like a monster. It looks incredible. I think Predator fans in general, we don't want them to look like a human. I mean, I know they're human-like in some ways, but it's okay to keep the monster looking like a monster, in my opinion. So I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to. I haven't even seen the movie yet. It isn't even out, so I'm not trying to knock it. I do want to see it. I'm excited. It's not, I'm not expecting it to be the greatest movie of all time. It doesn't look like my type of Predator movie, but I've been wrong before, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. There's some things I don't like, and that kind of trying to humanize them too much, I'm not a fan of, but not a huge deal. Like I said, I just wanted to, I saw the trailer not too long before I got this, and I was just like, man, talk about just the difference of one guy, Narin, getting to do what he wants. And I mean, he gets it. And I'm sure the Predator movie, there's 50,000 people making those decisions and compromises made left and right. So anyways, that's a whole nother topic. I'm sorry to I don't want to go off on a tangent with that, but I am looking forward to seeing the movie. I'm not trying to knock it before it even came out. Just the design, I just think there's a better way to do it. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Like I said, I've done a video on this piece already, so I don't want to be talking too much longer, but I just was in awe of the paint job. I wanted to show you guys, and then also to let you know, if you have these kits or if you're just a fan, check out Golf Studios. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. They've done Predator. I know he just put out an alien like concept piece. I believe they're half scale. I've never seen him in person, but I've seen videos and pictures of an alien egg, like a cutaway where it's like half, you can see half of its outside, and then it's cut down the middle so you can see the inside, and just some really cool artistic pieces and incredible paint on all of them. That's the one consistent thing, is they just all look awesome. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I probably will be my next video, but I don't know when. I do have another Narin kit that I sent off to Joe Dunway. So he's working on it now. I don't know when it's gonna, I don't have a time when it's gonna be back or whatever, but I am gonna do a video on that. And then I'm really looking forward to, I want to do a video with this one and the one that is painted by Joe Dunway, because I've never seen one of his paint jobs in real life either. I've seen a million pictures, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that one in person and then kind of comparing the two, because they're just two great painters, and I'm really looking forward to kind of comparing them in person. So I will be doing a video on that. Like I said, I don't know how soon. Joe's had the model for a while, but he did tell me he's got other ones first. So I'm not trying to rush him. I'll get it when I get it. But that is coming up. So if you guys are interested in that, it's one of the newer, I think it came out like a year ago, Narin sculpt. It's called the Deverzard. I think it's Slayer Deverzard, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's a big, cool piece. And So that'll be coming up. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you have any Narin kits, or you painted any yourself. If you have anything by Golf Studios, I'd really like to hear your thoughts on them if you're familiar with them, because I got to tell you, man, I'm a huge fan myself. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.